The third model is the Nash Equilibrium model. Developed by Nobel Prize winner John Nash, the Nash Equilibrium assumes that all firms in an oligopoly will make choices where there is a chance of a better outcome for the firm. In other words, the Nash Equilibrium is reached when the choices of all firms are such that there's no other choice that makes any firm better off. To understand the theory, let's review a classical game theory called the prisoner's dilemma. Two prisoners, A and B, are believed to have committed a serious crime. However, the prosecutor does not have sufficient evidence for a conviction, so the prisoners are separated and offered the following deal. If both prisoners remain silent, each will receive a 6-month sentence. If A confesses and B remains silent, A goes free and B receives a 10-year prison sentence. If B confesses and A remains silent, B goes free and A receives a 10-year prison sentence. If both prisoners confess, each will receive a 2-year sentence. Since they are separated, neither knows what the other will do, even though they have colluded beforehand that they'll both remain silent. According to Nash, both prisoners are likely to break their collusion and confess. This is because the outcome where both are silent is not an equilibrium. Prisoner A probably thinks that if B confesses and he remains silent, he'll be worse off and get 10 years. Also, if he confesses and it turns out that B remains silent, he gets to go free instead of serving 6 months. As such, prisoner A is likely to confess. Likewise, for prisoner B, he'll think the same way as A and choose to confess. So both are likely to confess. This is the Nash equilibrium because neither prisoner can improve his situation from this state on his own. If either chooses to be silent, he'll be in a worse state and get 10 years. So likewise for an oligopoly with two firms. Both firms could collude beforehand to increase prices so both earn higher profits. However, if there are no binding agreements, both firms will choose to cheat as they could potentially earn more and there is no guarantee that the other party will honour the collusion. The Nash equilibrium is therefore for both firms to cheat. So according to Nash, collusive agreements to increase profits are seldom successful if there are no binding agreements. When collusive agreements are made openly and formally, the firms involved are called a cartel. The OPEC oil cartel is an example of such a collusive agreement, but evidence is common that cartel members regularly cheat on their agreements to share the optimal output of oil. In general, collusive agreements to increase price in an oligopoly market will be more successful when there are fewer firms. Products are less differentiated. Cost structures are more similar. Purchases are relatively small and frequent. Retaliation by other firms for cheating is more certain and more severe. And when there is less competition from firms outside the cartel.
You're watching an excerpt from our comprehensive animation library. For more videos like these, head on down to prepnuggets.com. At Prep Nuggets, let us do the hard work for you.